Hi guys, welcome to Mysterious Universal Chatter. I have my coffee, absolutely. I found another one that was quite interesting. It's called MAJESTIC12. Like I said, this is from the Freedom of Information Act. Okay, do not try to go get classified information. This is from the Freedom of Information Act. Okay, which is documents that they already declassified. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So this is MAJESTIC12. It has 22 pages. Good Lord. It's long. Alright. Declassified by 980 blank blank blank. Whatever. Of course it's blanked out, you know. On 8/28/91. FOIA 348 point. Looks like 053. Okay. Possible disclosure of classified information regarding Operation MAJESTIC12. This communication is classified in its entirety. Enclosed for the Bureau is an envelope which contains a possible classified document. On September 15, 1988, United States Air Force Office of Special Investigations, OSI, Special Agent Blank, contacted the Dallas FBI with the enclosed document blank, and then like half of the paragraph is blanked out. Claims that an individual at the school, whom he refused to name, gave it to him, claiming he received it in the mail. So he received something in the mail. Okay, Dallas notes that within the last 6 weeks, there has been local publicity regarding Operation MAJESTIC12, with at least 2 appearances on a local radio talk show discussing the MAJESTIC12 operation, the individuals involved, and the government's attempt to keep it all secret. So, yeah. It is unknown if this is all part of a publicity campaign. So they weren't sure, like, what was going on here. Blank from OSI advises that Operation Blue Book, mentioned in the document on page 4, did exist. So Operation Blue Book did exist. Okay? Dallas realizes that the purported document is over 35 years old, but does not know if it has been properly declassified. Request of the Bureau. The Bureau is requested to discern if the document is still classified. Dallas will hold any investigation in abeyance until further direction from the FBI HQ. So I'm figuring headquarters, right? FBI headquarters. Okay. Now, the other thing that I see on this document, it says secret, but it also says magic. So it's showing like MAJIC, magic. Okay, subject Operation MAJESTIC12, preliminary briefing, President-elect Eisenhower. Document prepared is November of 1952. Briefing officer Adam Roscoe. I can't even see it because like there's this big word over it. It says bogus. So I don't even know if this is legit, but I can read what I can. This document has been prepared. They got a lot of stuff covered, so it just bear with me because it's hard to read some of them because they got like black markings everywhere. This document has been prepared, blank, a preliminary briefing only. It should be regarded as introductory to a full operations briefing intended to follow. Operation MAJESTIC12 is a top secret research and development intelligence operation, blank, 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 and only to the President of the United States. Operations of the project are carried out under control of the MAJESTIC12. And it's also called, it's not only called MAJESTIC12, it's called MAJIC 12. So MAJIC12 group, which was established by special. See, I never heard it called magic before. So, but on here, on their site, it says MAJIC12 in parentheses. Which was established by special classified executive order of President Truman. And then all I could see is September 1947, upon recommendation by Dr. Vannevar Bush and Secretary James Forrestal. And then it says, see attachment, members of the Majestic 12 group were designated as follows. So, the death of the Secretary Forrestal on the 22nd of May, 1949, created a vacancy which remained unfilled until the 1st of August, 1950, upon which date General Walter B. Smith was designated as permanent replacement. Alright. When you see me doing this, because I'm scrolling through the information, okay, so I have to pull it up as I go so I can read it to you guys. On the 24th of June, 1947, a civilian pilot flying over the Cascade Mountains in the state of Washington observed 9 blank. It's blank. It's got a line over it. So, disc-shaped aircraft traveling in formation at a high rate of speed. Although this was not the first known sightings of such objects, it was the first to gain widespread attention in the public media. Hundreds of reports of sightings of similar objects followed. Many of these came from credible military and civilian sources. Well, there you go. These blank, that's what I was talking about the other day. My other thing, I said, you know, how can you not believe these people that are actually military and you know, like police officers and, you know, upstanding people that actually go out there and say that they saw these things, and you're like, nope, no you didn't. You didn't say it. You saw nothing. Okay. Let me stop joking around now before I lose my spot here. Okay. Many of these come from credible military and civilian sources. That's all blanked out. In independent efforts by several different blank of the military to ascertain the blank and the purpose of these objects in the interest of national defense, a number of witnesses were interviewed, and there were several successful attempts to utilize aircraft in efforts to something blank, it's blank, discs in flight. Public blank bordered on near hysteria at times. In spite of these efforts, little of substance was learned about the objects until a local blank reported that one had crashed in a remote region of blank, located approximately 75 miles northwest of, I don't know if that's Bogwell. Oh, Roswell Army Air Base. Is that Roswell? It looks like Roswell, guys. I don't know. The writing is so atrocious. On the 7th July 1947, a secret operation was begun to assure recovery of the wreckage of this subject for scientific study. During the course of the blank operation, serial reconnaissance discovered that 4 human-like beings had apparently ejected from the craft at blank point before it exploded. There had, okay, so supposedly 4 human-like beings. So there were 4 of them, and they ejected from the craft before it exploded. These had, God bless. Let me see if I can read this. Blank, 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 about 2 miles east of the wreckage site, all 4 blank. I don't know if it's saying if they're hurt or dead and badly decomposed due to action by predators, and blank, 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 blank into the elements during the approximately 1 week period which had elapsed before their discovery. So I guess they didn't discover them right away, and then they did. But by the time they found them, they were eaten by predators. At least that's what they're saying. Took charge. A special scientific team took charge of removing these bodies for blank, blank. The wreckage of the craft, blank, 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 to several different locations, blank, 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 and military witnesses in the area were debriefed. I think it says debriefed because it's like covered slightly. And news reporters were given the effective cover story, blank, the object may have been a misguided weather research balloon. Oh, so they gave, it was a cover story, they're saying. All right. All right. Covert analytical effort organized by General Blank and Dr. Bush, acting on the direct orders of the President Blank, and a preliminary blank 19th of September, the disc was most likely a short-range reconnaissance craft. This conclusion was based, for the most part, on the craft's size and the apparent lack of its identification, provisioning. A similar analysis of the 4 dead occupants was arranged by Dr. Brunk. It was tentative conclusion of this group, the 30th of November 1947, that although these creatures are human-like in appearance, the chemical and evolutionary processes responsible for their development has apparently been quite different from those observed or postulated in Homo sapiens. Dr. Bronx, it's BRONK''S, that's what it looks like, has suggested the term extraterrestrial biological entities, EBEs, be adopted as the standard blank term of reference for these creatures until such time and a more definitive designation can be agreed upon. Since it is virtually certain that these craft do not originate in any country on Earth, considerable speculation has centered around what their point of origin might be and how they get here. Then they put Mars, and then it's blank, 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 blank. Although some scientists, and then I could make out the word notable, Dr. I can't see the name, consider it more likely that we are dealing with beings from another solar system entirely. So they're trying to say like we could be dealing with something entirely from a different solar system. Like they don't even come from our solar system. But, you know, there's a lot of exoplanets out there that, you know, probably have life on them. I mean, let's be real about it. We haven't researched the whole universe yet, you know. We can't even get to the other planets yet, but obviously they can get to us, so that makes us slow. We probably can't hold a candle to them. That's what that tells me. If they can achieve it and we can't, then we're far behind. We're like a baby planet. You know, we're like babies. Numerous examples of what appeared to be a form of writing were found in the wreckage. Efforts to decipher this have remained largely unsuccessful. See attachment E. I don't know what that means, but okay. We'll keep going. Equally unsuccessful have been efforts to determine the method of propulsion or the nature of the method of transmission of the power source involved. Now, I'm figuring out the words because it's like black all over it, you know. They don't want you to believe this, I'm guessing, because they put like a big thing that said bogus on top of it, which I don't believe, but because they have to, I mean, the Freedom of Information Act, they had to let it out, so, I mean, they're not going to let you know that this is true. So, take it with a grain of salt, take it as you wish, you know, believe it, don't believe it, I mean, that's all up to you, you know. Okay, research along these lines have been complicated. The complete absence of identifiable wings, propellers, it says something else but it's blacked out, or other conventional methods of propulsion and guidance, as well as total lack of metallic wiring, any tubing or similar recognizable electronic components. It is assumed that the propulsion blank was completely destroyed by the explosion which caused the blank. And I'm assuming that says crash, because all I could see is like the C and the S and the H at the end. So I'm just putting in the word crash because that's what I'm assuming that means. A need for as much additional information as possible about these crafts, their performance, their characteristics, their purpose, led to the undertaking known as U.S. Air Force Project Sign in December 1947. In order to preserve security, liaison between Sign and MAJESTIC12 was limited within the intelligence division of the Air Something Command, whose role was to pass along certain types of information through channels. Sign evolved into Project Grudge in December 1948. The operation is currently being conducted under the code name Blue Book, with liaison maintained through the Air Force Office, who is head of the project. I mean, they say they have nothing to do with it, but it says the Air Force Office, who is the head of the project. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. Do you? I mean, mind blown. Okay. On the 6th of December 1950, a second object, probably of similar origin, impacted the Earth high speed in the El Guerrero area of the Texas-Mexican blank. After following a long trajectory through the atmosphere, the blank time a search team arrived, what remained blank, the blank bad, been almost totally incinerated. You're just going to have to add words to that because that's the way it looks to me, okay? Such material blank as could be recovered was transported to the AEC facility at Sandia, New Mexico for study. Now, there could be another word there because there's a black marking, but I don't know what that is. Wow, this one's really... Okay, implications for the national security and of continuing importance that the motives and blank intentions of these visitors remain completely unknown. Okay, coffee break, guys. My throat's getting dry. In addition, a significant blank in the surveillance activity of these crafts begin these crafts beginning in May and continuing through the autumn of this year has caused blank, blank, blank that new developments may be imminent, blank, blank, as well as the obvious international blank technological blank and the ultimate need to blank public panic blank. I'm guessing that, you know, they're trying to say that they need to keep us calm from panicking, you know, if we know the truth. But I mean, nowadays, people still do panic. I guess it's scary. I mean, you know, what would you do if something landed right in front of your house? I don't know. I guess we'd panic. The Majestic 12 group, obviously they don't look like us. They look like us to some sense that they have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, a little mouth, you know, but they don't look like us. You know what I mean? So it's unless there's more. And there probably is more. I don't know. There has to be different species. If, you know, there's so many different species on this planet. There could be on exoplanets, you know, different species also. So, all right, let's see where we at. The Majestic 12 group, blank, of the blank, on that imposition of the blank security precautions should continue without interruption into the new administration. At the same time, contingency plan MJ1949-04F /78 top secret eyes only should be held in continued readiness should the need to make a public announcement present itself. OMG. So they have a plan in place in case they have to make a public announcement. Like if it gets to the point where, you know, a thing lands right in your front lawn, you know, of the White House, and then they have to make a public announcement, right? Because you can't hide it. So, yeah, they already have a plan in place for that. Little did we know, huh? Whew. All right. It says to FBI Dallas 65C-new routine. Possible disclosure of classified information regarding Operation Majestic 12 espionage. Dallas, this communication is classified in its entirety. Now, these documents that I'm reading are declassified, okay? They're on their Freedom of Information Act page, so you can find them, okay? But they were classified at one time. This communication is classified blank in its entirety. Reference Dallas Airtel dated October 25th, 1988. Reference Airtel requested that FBI HQ determine if the document enclosed by reference Airtel was classified or not. The Office of Special Investigations, U.S. Air Force, advised on November 30th, 1988 that the document was fabricated. Copies of that document have been distributed to various parts of the United States. The document is completely bogus. Dallas is to close caption investigation. So they're saying everything. Okay, so this communication is classified confidential in its entirety. Secure telecalls between SSA blank Salt Lake City and SSA blank FBI HQ on 10/25/91. Enclosed FBI HQ is below mentioned nine-page document dated 11/18/52. Pursuant to instructions relayed on the DAD HB Brandon 3 via reference secure telecall on 10/30/91. Should attempt to determine any DoD interest in the enclosed document. Ah, so they want to know if they're interested. Is the DoD interested in the enclosed document? So, but it's bogus, so why would they be interested in it, right? Right. See contradictions? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wow. I'm going to tell you something. This whole thing is blacked out. Like, blacked out. So basically, they're trying to say that it was bogus, like the document was bogus or whatever. But they want to know if the DoD wants it, the documents, or do they need them? You know. Okay, so based upon the DoD representation made to SSA, which incredibly tended to blank a portion of the document, he discussed this matter with Brandon 103091. Based upon these DoD comments and Brandon's instructions, Salt Lake City is submitting the enclosed document to FBI HQ in order for the latter to further determine any DoD interest in the enclosed document, which discusses the 3 above-mentioned codename operations. So these obviously are, operations that had codenames to it, or else why would they have any interest in it, right? Okay. That doesn't even make no sense. All right. I think I got through them all. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, for further information, possible unauthorized disclosure of classified information related to Operation MAJESTIC12, this is the Intelligence Division. For your information, our Bureau recently recovered what may possibly be a classified document dated November 18, 1952. Related to Operation MAJESTIC12, the document indicates that this project related to the sightings, recovery of extraterrestrial aircraft. It is noted that although this document may represent some type of hoax, it is our responsibility to ensure that all incidents involving the mishandling of classified data receive adequate investigation attention. Therefore, we request that your agency attempt to ascertain the originator and or the current classification of the enclosed document. Your cooperation in this matter is appreciated. So that's like the Intelligence Division at this point. Let me see what else they got here. Yeah, I mean, so you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It could be real, it could not. It depends on, if they're claiming that it's fake just to, I don't know, but this is talking about, people panicking. Like, I guess if we really learned that that's real, then, people would panic, right? I mean, I don't see. And it's so detailed. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, because I have to scroll. So I'm scrolling because I'm getting interested in what they're saying. So, like, what is this? What is this? But, I mean, it's really crazy because, like, it's all there for you to read. I mean, it's so obvious. Like, but there's like 3 code names in there, which is the ones I told you about. So, I hope you guys enjoy this. And once again, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and leave me a comment. And if you're interested in this, let me know. I'll keep going, finding other things to read about. This one was really good because it was like, it had a lot of details in there that I didn't expect. So I'm kind of like you say, you know, mind blown. I know I do that. But to me, it's like, how is that possible? How do they keep this from us for so freaking long? And I guess it's not for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? Because they're talking about finding actual extraterrestrial biological entities, which are EBEs. So, I don't know. And there it is. Alright, guys, you have a blessed night. I appreciate you for coming. And once again, I will see you soon. Bye for now.